Request all the students to stand. Sila berdiri ya.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for cooperating for the photography session. We are moving to the plenary lectures. May I invite Professor Vetri Selvan Subramanian, the Deputy Dean, Internalization, Professor, Faculty of Medical and Life Sciences, Department of Biomedical Sciences, Sir Jeffrey Chia, Sunway Medical School. Professor Vetri Selvan Subramanian is a distinguished pharmacologist with over 15 years of teaching and research experience across leading institutions in Malaysia, Ethiopia, and India. He has held key leadership positions including acting dean and deputy dean, and has been involved in global health initiatives under the UNDP programs. Ladies and gentlemen, he also a fellow of multiple scientific societies, a keynote speaker, PhD examiner, and visiting professor in India and China. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Professor Vetri Selvan Subramanian. Next, may I invite Dr. Elina Abdullah, the lecturer, Department of Biotechnology, School of Nursing and Applied Science, Lincoln University College. Dr. Elina Abdullah is currently a lecturer in the Department of Biotechnology, School of Nursing, Lincoln University College, and she has received her PhD degree in Science Biotechnology from University Malaya, Kuala Lumpur. She is engaged in teaching different courses such as instrumentation, bioscopic, enzyme and protein, purification technology, biosafety, bioregulation, and bioethics in biotechnology. Ladies and gentlemen, she is also a supervisor in PhD students, as well as guiding them in their research works and publications. So may I welcome Dr. Elina Abdullah. Dr. Elina, the stage is yours. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Vetriselvan. I am going to introduce Dr. Neely Madhulara Martin. He is Associate Professor for the Clinical Instructor and Internal Affairs Coordinator and College of Nursing, Mindanao State University, Philippines. Dr. Neely holds the position of Associate Professor. He is a Clinical Instructor at the College of Nursing, Mindanao. He is the university located at Philippines. In addition, he is a teaching responsibilities. He also serves as the International Affairs Coordinator for the college. His background is a community health nursing and psychological support facilitations. Dr. Martin brings a diverse of skills to his role. Dr. Martin's educational journey includes earning a PhD in education from Xavier's University, Philippines. He has also obtained a Master of Arts in Nursing, Philippines, Master of Business in the same city. Furthermore, he holds a Bachelor of Science in Nursing from Cagayan University, the Philippines. He has actively engaged in voluntary work for the MSU IIT College of Nursing. Also, he is a flexible remote learning program for the community health nursing programs. With the warm welcome is Dr. Nally to give a presentation on this stage. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that kind introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I bring greetings from the Philippines. In the Philippines, we say, mabuhay. Maybe you have heard about mabuhay. It's actually long live. All right, can we say long live ICHAS? Mabuhay ICHAS. Okay, very good. And to the rest of the involved parties in the university, thank you very much. So this is my presentation. I will be dividing it into three. The first one would be a greeting, and then the second one would be some concepts that our team has brainstormed and have revisited, some articles that hopefully have guided us through with our research endeavor. And this is a funded research from the university. So this is the outline of my presentation. I already have started in a bit greeting all of you, and some disclaimers, and then introduction of the terms of references. Then I will focus on the third item, which is on the project, and hopefully our ways forward and our conclusion. So I bring greetings again from the university where I belong. It's MSU IIT. MSU is Mindanao State University. That's actually the full name of our 11 campuses. MSU Mindanao State University. And our family name is in accordance to where our university is located by the city, usually. So for example, we belong to Iligan City, so we actually have a family name, in a way, IIT, or Iligan Institute of Technology. All right, because we belong in Iligan City, Mindanao, Philippines. And the rest of our campuses, we have 11. So if you wish to visit Philippines, particularly Mindanao, we have 11 campuses. And we are among the 11 campuses. So if you already have partnered with us, you still have more to partner with, and that's 10 campuses in the Philippines. We are ranked number 601 plus in the Asia University Ranking and the World University Rankings 2025 in Asia. And this is the most recent one. We are number 2 in public university for 2026 in applied health education all Asia rankings. And then we say hashtag MSUIIT influencing the future. You can visit us in www.msuiit.edu.ph. I have already been introduced, and I'd like to highlight that I am more than 50% of a clinical instructor and a 20% international affairs coordinator designate and a researcher, about 10%. And then the rest would be some other functions and designations at the university. This is most current that I have taken. We are celebrating holidays in our campus, and at night this is how we look like. And hopefully you will have an idea as to where I'm coming from at night in holiday season. And so that's my last session with my students there and nearby the Christmas tree in the campus. And that's our entrance here, so more or less. And this is where we gather, our students study, and then it's actually fresh air all over. Let me introduce to you the author of the hashtag MSUIIT Influencing the Future. He is no other than Dr. Aliciddi. He is a Doctor of Laws, and he is our Chancellor. Okay, he's the handsomest Chancellor ever, if I may say. And second to my office is the International Affairs Office, headed by Dr. Genevieve Martinez. And we actually say hashtag MSUIIT Mindanao, leading to the world. Okay. And hopefully if you will be joining us in our major activities, we have the mascot named Alab. Alab is like fire. It symbolizes passion, resilience at the same time. And when you enter the campus, you actually can see real cats. You can feed them, you can cuddle them, you can hug them, you can play with them actually. You can feed them most importantly and give them also something. Because we consider ourselves home of the cats. Recently, I am highlighting the internationalization component of my work because in that office, through the International Affairs Vice Chancellor, he ranked first runner-up in the ICONS awarding as of past 2 days. And so here's our accolade, and they receive an award for that. And then a regional director, she happens to be my colleague and my former student, and now the regional director of our Health Commission on Higher Education in Region 10. We look forward that when you visit our office, we will be housed in this new building away from the current campus. And this will house the high fidelity laboratory of nursing in MSUIIT. This is my family, my colleagues headed by our dean, Dr. Mini Mamawag, a gerontologist, and we say ICHAS dares, cares, and shares. And all together we actually say MSUIIT is love. So I declare no conflict of interest. Materials included in this presentation are findings of literature reviews, open educational resources, and actual results of the project undertaken and properly cited. Permission was secured from the project leader for presentation and educational purposes only. And here are my objectives. Very simply, hopefully you will be able to familiarize terms of reference used. Maybe you can introspect key concepts of water and sanitation as a project, and eventually translate in your own context in a given scenario. So there is really the global burden of water insecurity all over the world. And actually we are feeling that. I don't know, in Malaysia, are you having scarcity of water? If yes, then it is presently obvious that we can actually attain water from mineral or commercial bottles, right? The same thing maybe in Indonesia and some other parts of the country, of the world. There are 325 million people living in sub-Saharan Africa lacking access to clean water, and 41% of the global burden. And in Southeast Asia, the right to safe water, more than 100 million people live without access to safe water in Southeast Asia. Sandril writes about what can be done to improve that and to protect clean water sources. Obviously, in the photo, you can actually see varied age level of groups being affected with this need. And so health promotion is very important. Thus, health promotion is the process of enabling people to increase control over and to improve their health. This is the major role of a nurse and even healthcare practitioner, particularly on the ground. It moves beyond the focus on individual behavior towards a wide range of social and environmental interventions. And as a core function of public health, health promotion supports governments, communities, and individuals to cope with and address health challenges. This is accomplished by building healthy public policies, creating supportive environments, and strengthening community action and personal skills. And we have been confronted with the emphasis of health promotion in the Western Pacific region, and that is on strengthening health promotion capacity, financing and infrastructure, promoting urban health, including healthy cities and healthy equity through urban art, building other healthy settings, including schools and workplaces and healthy islands, and developing health literacy, anchored on the social determinants of health. There are two models that actually are familiar with the nurses around, and maybe to health practitioners around. There are two major health promotion models. The health belief model, which predicts an individual's likelihood of engaging in health-related behaviors based on their perceptions of various factors. And the health promotion model that is attempting to predict health-related behavior in specific patterns. So here's the model I think you're familiar with, and that actually comprise an individual's characteristic and experiences, behavior-specific cognitions and affect, and behavioral outcomes, with which these major components are very important, and most of the studies in our university are actually anchored in this. So what are the 5 stages of health promotion? Community assessment is helpful, community organization, program design and implementation, evaluation, and sustaining the effort. We actually have come across all this with the 3 basic health promotion strategies. We enable, we mediate, and we advocate. And it calls for interdisciplinary collaboration. That is why in the study, we also have innovations that we are looking into, stages of design thinking, and we actually collaborate with the Commission on Higher Education. In the light of interdisciplinary collaboration and research, it is hoped that the quality of life will be enhanced through multidisciplinary studies. Academics like us in health, nursing education, and practice settings uniquely translate the context of interdisciplinary collaboration in higher education institutions by a given region, country, and continent. Like in our university, pardon me, but this has been already enhanced. We actually have focused previously, because the project was about 2023, and that the nature of organizations, curricular uniqueness, and various factors aligned with the philosophy, vision, mission, goals, and objectives, and purpose dictate the chance of finding a niche in responding to local, regional, and global needs, thus providing one's coexistence and relevance in the interplay of emerging demands this disruptive world offers. And so, our university, founded in 1968 under the provision of Republic Act 5363, being a state-funded university in Southern Philippines dedicated to academic excellence with a commitment for holistic development of the individual and the society, and known for its excellence in science, technology, and its passion for extensive research and community involvement, according to MHUIT in 2014. We focus on clean water and sanitation, that is SDG 6, together with SDG 17, and quality education, SDG 4. A pilot study on a water and sanitation project, known as WASAP, in a village will be the focus of this paper, and a few engagements with the university and stakeholders, employing multidisciplinary collaboration in research, community involvement in the context of UN's SDG 3, health and wellness, SDG 4, quality education, and SDG 17, partnership for the goals. Together with our Office of the Vice Chancellor for Research and Enterprise, they support us in our faculty research and community engagement through the Department of Research and the Office of the Vice Chancellor for Public Affairs, and we have following a framework known as We Care. We Care means wellness and health sanitation that covers SDG 3, education and literacy covering SDG 4, capability building covering SDG 8 and 10, alternative livelihood SDGs 1 and 8, rehabilitation environment covering SDG 13 and 15, and entrepreneurial development SDG 9. So this is the area where we have focused our pilot study as a project, and it's actually 7 minutes away from the university. And to introduce our city, we've got 44 villages. And these villages has differing cluster. We call it puruks. So villages are also known in the Philippines as barangays. And that we are able to identify some areas by which we can look into. This team is an interprofessional collaboration. We have one engineer, one physicist, and then myself as a nurse, 2 social scientists, and then 2 engineers. So we collaborated with the local government of the city, and there we have found out that the local government needs also to reach out to these communities with us as a university. So Iligan City is home to at least 23 small and medium-sized waterfalls. And water shortage in Iligan City can be felt by the barangay or the villages known as Bagong Silang, Hinaplanon, Tipanoy, Palao, and Luinag that are most lack of level 3 water connections from the city water system. However, because of increasing population, and some of these wells have been in use for more than 2 or 3 decades already, there are already biological contamination of some of these wells, according to GINCOMA in 2020. In our initial water-related community consultation with the stakeholders, we found that 8 out of 19 puruks, or the clusters, which means that, hold on, I have to get my charger, hold on. Pardon me with the technical issues. So may I continue? 8 out of 19 products have communal water sources like Poso, manual jetmatic pumps, along with 1 spring resources. And among these pump water, spring water facilities, at least 3 are alternatively used as sources for drinking water. 3 wells were contaminated by E. coli pathogens. With this background, this project is born to help the community manage its safe water supply and prevent future waterborne disease outbreaks. So these are the objectives and the significance, and then our methodology, this site, and this is the results. So more of the population are increasing, and the profile by cluster, more are towards a certain cluster with 7 respondents, and then thank you very much. And for the summary of respondents, mostly are high school graduates, they are married, mostly high school level, and some graduate. Of course, the religion are mostly Roman Catholic, and then most of their source of income is construction work and business, and then the spouses, which are usually at home, the source of income is the skilled work for the men, and the length of residency is between 31 to 40 years. On morbidity, there were 6 reported cases of people who were ill, in line with the water-related diseases since 2019. And mortality, this is the worst thing, 4 cases were reported. 2 from Purok 1, or the village 1, cluster 1, and 1 from Purok 3 and Purok 5, or the cluster 3 and 5. So for water utilization, mostly they are actually sourcing it from the city water work system, and then the household users, mostly about 1 to 2 uses the water, and then the use of water is actually like more of them for washing, and then monthly expenditure for water is 1 peso to 199 peso. So here are the findings. Water-related problems, there's limited access to water among the community, 1 to 2 hours of water services every day only. Water overflow during heavy rains or destruction of the water hose that carry the water to the households. And then there are limited support of users, especially in clearing the reservoir and maintaining the sanitation. And unsupportive users who do not help in the repair of communal source. So here's the bacteriological analysis conducted in April 18, 2023. So if you will notice, only 1 from the table with reference to the allowable limit of less than 500 CFU per ml, that is actually been found out, Purok 3-A. Alright, so this is detected in 1 ml sample plus in both. And then all the rest are nearing like 90, 380, 220, 290, and the rest. So only 1 were identified to be contaminated from the source within that area. So despite the lack of water services provided by the city, the community found their own means to supply themselves with water to use every day. The contamination of water sources through the presence of E. coli organism indicate that the disposal of human waste could be accountable to this other than animal wastes. and the connection between water, sanitation, and health are crucial in order to obtain the UN Sustainable Development Goal 6, which is clean water and sanitation. And so that's why in the project, we went into a series of water dialogue with community stakeholders, and then myself is in charge for learning session on water and sanitation and hygiene. And the second one is actually geared off to the engineering, which is community intervention. We have the proposal during this stage, proposal for the installation of a sky hydrant. 2 proposed sites for the installation of the water filtration system. Cluster A, solar-powered facility amounting to 205,000 peso, and cluster 2 beside the local government unit that costs about 101,500. The sky hydrant water filtration facility is going to be accessed through a partner known as Balay Mindanao, and an NGO based in Cagayan de Oro, a city nearby our city. So here's the proposed location, carried off by the engineering people, and then they have costed it to about 223,001 like say, around about 223,500 peso. So this is how it would look like for the 2 locations. And we marvel, because I was thinking like it's a eureka for just like the exploration of the moon by Neil Armstrong. And we have a similar figure, which is the sky hydrant. Okay, it did not went into the space, but it actually stayed in the community. So we turned it over to the community, and definitely our group is very happy, or our team is very happy with the university to help the community. So we recognize the local wisdom, as well as some other local wisdom around the community.
Dr. Neil?
Yes?
Excuse me, you just left 3 minutes more.
Okay, thank you very much. So to sum up, with the project, we also have recognized local wisdom around in the community. We also have other projects that will recognize women's need, respecting their culture. And as one university, we are moving towards community engagement with the people that we live with and coexist in our city. So how the college is actually doing older persons care every year through the Elderly Filipino Week celebration, usually October, headed by our dean. And then another project headed by Dr. Toyoka on persons with disabilities. And then we also have an engagement with the jail or the custodial facility in our city, headed by Ms. Santelian. And the most recent is on MOVE Institute of Natural Doctors, International Mind International, with a memorandum of understanding signing that we will have to live a healthy lifestyle and we go back to basics. Thank you very much for listening.
So much, Dr. Neil, for a very fruitful presentation. Okay, for question, if you guys have any question, you can, because we are running out of time, so if you have any question, then you can approach Dr. Neil personally. Alright? Thank you, Dr.
Yeah,
Neil.
very good. Or get my email. Thank you very much. Thank you for this opportunity.
Alright. Now, I would like to call our next presenter, which is Prof. Dr. Sandeep Shrestha. So, Professor Dr. Sandeep Shrestha has more than 15 years of experience in the field of urology. He has attended more than 30 national and international conferences related to healthcare and surgery. His area of specialty is urinary bladder cancer. He was awarded with top 101 foreign talent and a great foreign expert in Heilongjiang province, China. Prof. Dr. Shrestha is an advisory board member of International Journal of Cell Science and Biotechnology and International Journal of Multidisciplinary and Current Research, IJMCR. He is also an editor of International Journal of Multidisciplinary and Scientific Emerging Research and reviewer of International Journal of Current Engineering Technology. He also has more than 20 publications in the top famous journal and has completed numerous WHO certified trainings in infection prevention, clinical care, and simulation-based healthcare management. So let's welcome our Professor Sandeep Shrestha. Okay. So Professor Sandeep Shrestha will be presenting on the topic Study on the Effects and Mechanisms of HJB4 on the cancer cell line 5637 based on the P13K AKT signaling pathway. Okay, Doctor? The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. So, without wasting our time here, because there is a lot of people are moving to another hall and all. So, because my topic is a little bit different than maybe others. Okay. So, as I'm myself, I'm a surgeon, and as well I'm a researcher as well. So, this my research is I'm doing this research from last 13 years. Okay, and few research we have get success on it, and I'll just go quickly in the major part only, because we don't have a lot of time to explain each and everything, because if we explain it will take almost 2-3 hours and all. So this is the one exploring the effect and the mechanisms of the 7 HJB derivatives are there, and especially it has apoptosis in the bladder cancer. So in the bladder cancers, okay, I'll give you a short introductions of the bladder cancer. So as we know that the bladder cancer is the most common malignant tumor in the urinary system, and its morbidity and mortality continue to raise our seriously injuring the people's health. And according to the tissue source and dividing the urothelial carcinoma, squamous cell carcinoma, and there is adenosine carcinoma, and cell sarcoma is there. So its treatment method, as we know everybody that we go for the surgical treatment, radiotherapy, or we go for the immunotherapy, or we go for the chemotherapy. But what is the next? So that is the main things we'd like to talk about it. So mainly effective in the treatment of bladder cancer is resulting in poor prognosis. So there is a high mortality in the patients. So that my study is there. The study is aimed to explore the applications of the B4 or ditapene derivatives of the euphoria charma jasmine in anti-bladder cancer research. So this euphoria Fitzgerald is the scientific name, and this is a Euphorbia genus. So this is the Euphorbia family. So this is especially found in where I stay in the northeast part of China, and the chemical components is the root is the Euphorbia charma jasmine. So this is the mainly it has the diterpenes and tannins steroids are there. So this compound has a JV isolated from Euphorbia charma jasmine has a time and dose dynamic effect on the various tumor cells. So shortly, if I tell, this is the one plant. Okay, so in Chinese it is called Liu Hua. Okay, and this is the Euphorbia charma jasmine. So itself, it is toxic. Okay, so we used to say in English, we used to say that like cures the like. Yeah, it's like a toxic will kill the toxicity. So this is the plant, especially is found in my area, in the northeastern part of China, and also in some part in Russia as well. Okay, so we are extracting from this Euphorbia charma jasmine, and we have made the 17 this oxidation product of the zirconoid B and 17 hydroxyzirconoid B So this is as significant in the anti-tumor activity and inhibits the growth of liver cancer, gastric cancer, lung cancer, and ovarian cancer, as well for the bladder cancers and the colon cancer as well. So we use this leading structures, and introduce the calcium connecting through N esterification reactions in the position 17. And this didoping we have in my lab only, we have created this one. Okay, so we have created. So this one is some substituent or fluorination of the compound. Is the structural modifications of the compound is there. So this one is by the introducing of various sustainable and functional group of the core habitant didopants are there. Okay. So I'll not go what all the current status and all. I'll not go that all things and all. So okay, so this one in the bladder cancer is common malignancy in the urinary system, and it has the intraoperable and the metastatic bladder cancers in the fibrosal best in the chemotherapy is used for the first time treatment. So always when we have cancers and all, so as I told, go for the surgery, going for the chemotherapy and all. So what is the next before you are going for the chemotherapy and all, is there any places that the cancer cell can be inhibited? Okay, that is my goal to go through it. And so these all are the methods are there. So we have used all the CK8 and the flow cytometry, and we have done there is all the Western blotting and all, okay, and the RT-PCR, these all things are there, okay, and detect the gas phase. So these all are the methods are there. So Western blotting and cell apoptosis, and also we have done the animal study, okay. So like in the animal studies, so these all are the because I'll not explain all the steps, okay, so you will not be interested on it, definitely, okay. So maybe this will, so once I show you these pictures, so if you can go to in the first one, okay, the first one, because what we did in the animals, whatever the tumor cells are there, so we injected the tumor cell in the one nude mice, okay, we nude mice, and then, so after what all the didopants are there, so and as the dose gets increased, okay, and in the specific time, place and all, and it has a good result came, so it has some decrease of the tumors, okay, decrease of the tumor size is there. So this is the major part, okay, and some conclusion part. As we have that HGV exhibits the concentrations of the dependent inhibitory effect, especially in 5, 6, 3, 7 cells. Okay. So these all are the summaries. So I just want to talk a little bit about my previous study. So this study I was done in 2016-17 time. So what is the study is there? The traditional Chinese medicine is combinations with our Western medicines. Okay, the methods are almost is the same. How I have done. Okay, is the MTSA, these all RT-PCR, immunofluorescence, Western blotting, and all the animal studies and all. The results came. So at that time I have done with the melanotonin and curcumin. Curcumin, that is, if you talk in the very layman term, so is the one of the family of the ginger. Okay, so and melatonin, that is we have from the pituitary gland, whatever the secretions are there, there's a melatonin that is in the lab base. Okay, so this one is also one of the animal study I've done, that was in the 2016-17 time. Okay, so and this is also the continuations of my study. So you can see over here also the tumor size and all. So as the increase of the melatonin and the curcumin, their doses and all, so then it has a very good results came. Okay, and I have a very good results came when I was doing this, because there is no any kind of effect or any kind of side effect as seen in that nude mice. Okay, so these all are the animal study. Okay? So, and if you have time, you can go through there's a publication is also there, right? So you can go through it. Okay, these are the results and all. So I'll give you a brief introductions, because here's my profession. Okay, here's my profession. So because still I'm doing my postdoctorate degree still. Okay, so it's still not completed, because I'm looking old, but still I'm learning. Okay, so he's my professor, and we have innovated a lot of medical, especially in China as well. Okay, and we have a very good cooperations with our Lincoln University College. Okay, so previously we have a very good cooperations, and a few scholars and our medical faculty people also have been to our places. Okay, and this is some few students also there who came here for their PhD degrees and all. And here where our hospital is there. Okay, we have almost more than 2,000 bed hospital, and this is and this is my lab where some of my students and my colleagues, we do work, and some students, and I'll give you a short brief description of my university. So this our ICHAS Medical University. It has established in 1946. So next coming year is the 80 years of ceremony we are celebrating next coming year. And we have 79 years of history, and we have 24 teaching auxiliary institute of QMU, and we have almost more than 5,000 staffs, and almost there is more than 1,000 professors are there. Okay, and we have almost 86% of all other more than master's degree and PhD degrees people are there, and we have more than 18,000 students, including the undergraduate, masters, and the inter students. So, and we have 33 research institute, and we have from the provincial key labs also in our places are there, and some facilities, and we have 4 affiliated hospital and 7 directly affiliated, and 26 teaching hospitals are there. And here are some international departments people that if we are doing the cooperations and all, they are the major people and all. This is the one side view of my university where I belong to. So thank you, but it's still not finished. Okay, don't worry. Okay, don't worry about this. Okay, so what is the another one? So and still I have a few more time is there, because I'm going very fast. Okay, so whatever just now I talk, that is my research part. Okay, and myself, I'm as a surgeon also. So we do go for the surgery, and with there is my friend who is also from and also I belong to in the Nepal National Hospital. Okay, so and there is an interesting case. So maybe in 5-6 minutes I'll finish up this. Okay, so this is the one case on a story of ingestion of individuals case report. Okay, so this one is in my career. This is the one first time I saw it. So there is a foreign body injections. If you talk about the foreign body